Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's astrologer Eric Rosen here to give you your daily horoscope digest, if you will, for leaders, entrepreneurs, CEOs, you guys leading in your business and your family life. You've got a lot on the line. Your daily decisions matter. The footprint of the day-to-day decisions and week to week and month to month and year to year, they all add up to your legacy, what you're going to leave behind. So that's why I do this. So let's jump in today. Well, first things first, I want to say Sun in Pisces, approaching Saturn. There's definitely a subconscious integrity that needs to be had with the decisions that we are making for all of us, right? We've got to be discerning. Are we being guided by a true vision for our life, especially because Saturn is getting along with Jupiter really well in Taurus? So it's like, it's got to be the best projects, it's got to be the best partnerships, it's got to be guided by your worth and not some subconscious, restriction of like, I have to do this thing, some like past, program or belief. It's like the victor gets the spoils regardless of what your belief is. I think it's a day to feel good about the positive steps that you're taking forward, but it's like, are they positive that's like guided by, a higher spiritual legacy, type of vision? And it's that discernment of like, is this also an illusion? Which I don't think it is. I think that there's enough grounded energy here to make things real. I think if we try to skip steps, and we or it's like, well, I did this one big step. It's like Neil Armstrong on the moon, like one giant leap, for mankind. It's like, nah, like we gotta be okay with still taking all the little steps to get there. I mean, that part's obvious. Our ego with North Node Chiron maybe like, I want it now. Like I South Node and Libra, I want the peaceful sunset now. I want the harmony, the bliss, the fulfillment of everything that it is that I want, in relationships, especially, whether that's your work relationships or family relationships. This moon in Leo today, it was just opposing Mars and Venus that are together in Aquarius with Pluto. I think we had some reveal happen, maybe late last night. Hopefully you got it, where it's like, shit, where have I been maybe showing up in my ego a little bit and my drive and maybe connecting to people or treating people or my relationships or projects in such a way that maybe I was being a jerk, And so I think this moon can bring some more play and positivity to things. This is definitely a great day for creation, as in, go out, create the best things. So it's like, whatever it is, if you've been hesitant on or having doubts on, or you've been feeling behind on, it's like, whatever that greatest ambition is, like, go out and do it. I'm going to say it, even if it doesn't like make perfect sense, that it seems a little, outside the box or big picture thinking. It's not that you're punting on first down, if you will, and like first and 10, like all your responsibilities and things that you have to do. I think this is actually more a chance to redefine what does responsibility look like. I would say on a day like today, this is about, well, I have the responsibility to not create negative karma for myself by being judicious in my approach and my communication, checking subconscious patterns, like making sure that you're not coming from some subconscious, wounded place, that you're creating like the good type of karma, right? Where you're using this energy for the positive, to raise your vibration, like this is great energy for being like, you know what, like even if it doesn't look perfect, or even if I've been stalled, or there's been delays, or I felt behind, or I wish I were two or three steps further along, or I wish that I felt, more. It could be like wishing upon a star. I wish I felt more abundant, you know. I wish I would have been doing this in 2016 or something like that, right? Like before the world economy and just the fuckery that's happened since 2020, right? And it's like, well, we can't change any of that now, right? So it's like take the lessons that you've learned, both the practical, the philosophical, right? And this is like some people you may have like done well for yourself financially or invested well, but now it's like, well, where is your personal health at? Where's the health of your relationships? Where's the health of your mental health? Right? Like it's like there is like a natural rebalancing that can happen. And so that's the thing to look at. It's like, where have I been stalling? Where will I be a better leader in my business, my family, and just start to love more of the man, woman in the mirror, like not the mask version too, because this astrology can bring up, where we're like, oh no, I'm great, and it's like the mask great, like Jim Carrey the mask, like look at me, like I'm happy, like Moon and Leo, or like did Stanley Ipkiss, the guy behind the mask, like Jim Carrey in that movie, did he actually love himself? Like he had to go through the whole thing to kind of like fuck everything up and have the cops after him, where it's almost like he took too many risks to come to a place of like deeper gratitude and appreciation. So that's the thing too, right? This astrology is like, where can we always be more grateful? Where can we always be more humble? Still guided by a vision that's not just about the self, that it's much bigger than just us. That it's important to see like how can we connect to people? How can we connect in that positive vibration and not like short circuit because we're frustrated because like maybe we're looking at like some of the wrong things and wrong not in a dualistic sense of things because no matter what your worth, you take the positive steps forward. You have compassion for what's happened prior, you have compassion for how you've showed up if you've been showing up and like negative like wounded ego patterns, relationship communication stuff. My best advice to wrap up on a day like today as far as the communication piece is like it's like pick your battles and know that like it's the ones that feel more vibrant to like go into. Like I will just be completely real and honest, like I don't think it's a day to go hash things out from the bottom of the barrel thinking like that there's happiness at the bottom of the barrel, like for conflict or something. It's more just like allow yourself to be, it's almost like whimsically attracted to like what feels good, what feels aligned, like those conversations, and like lift the vibration and trust that there's other divine timing for getting deeper into conversations that need to be had. Just because it's on your to-do list doesn't need to be on the to-done list, doesn't mean that it's like a priority just because it's there. I think some of this astrology is like checking ourselves and going, like, do I just want to have that conversation because I'm just like so seduced by like the adrenaline rush of conflict, of like tricky situations, of like going into a battle with someone? It's like, don't we have enough battles going on in our own minds? Like of the whole, like, this is astrology big time, especially since 2020 of ascension of, you know, who am I in the mirror behind the mask? Who am I as the human? You get really existential with this astrology. Like, where do I, where do I come from? It can be a little out there. And these aren't bad questions to ask. It's just, I don't think we're going to get the answers. I think it's more like, let's go back to some of the basics so we don't get too lost and go, well, some people say that we're just here on earth to have an experience, to go on an adventure, to learn lessons, to grow. Okay, great. Let's go do that through positive projects, partnerships that are guided by a deeper spiritual vision in ourselves, a deeper sense of our value system, a deeper sense of legacy of what it is that we're leaving behind, that feels a little bit more, selfless. And, that there's still a practical, piece to this, but I think the practical piece comes from where am I coming from subconsciously? Is this, a spiritual endeavor of just like you wake up and just like, I just know I have to do this. Like, it's like you should feel alive, honestly. That's the best thing I can say today. Is like, you'll know it if you hit the nail on the head, if you get to the end of your day and the tasks that you were doing, the projects, the people, the financial endeavors, just whatever it is that you're doing is guided by principles of a deeper moral value system. If you feel complete, you feel eustress, the positive form of stress at the end of the day, like, fuck yeah, I did it, then you'll know. If you're left questioning at the end of the day, it's also not a bad thing. That might just be to go detective in the subconscious mind and go, well, where is it that maybe this is a program that I'm running of an ambitious element of things that we think that, oh, this is the thing I wanted to be doing, but really it's just another program in the matrix, keeping you from your ultimate happiness on a day like today of like that true fulfillment. So that's what I got for you guys. If you'd like guys would like to book your own personal private astrology consult, you can drop into that link in that bio. You can book it there. Hope everyone has a great day. See y'all later.